Larry BL here, and what I'll cover this time is some multimeter basics. And the reason it's known as a multimeter is that the multimeter measures resistance, usually under the ohm scale. Let me move some wires here so we can see the actual symbol. Okay. The multimeter, this particular multimeter, measures AC voltage, depicted in this scale. It measures DC voltage, sorry about the video, in this scale. And it also measures DC current in a milliamp scale up to 10 amps. Now, if you're going to measure up to 10 amps, you must move the red wire over to the 10 amp terminal. This particular multimeter has a gradient type scale, a little bit more complicated to read. Personally, I prefer the analog style multimeter. The digital multimeter, probably more suited for beginner's use, has the voltage for the DC scale, the voltage for the AC scale, resistance, does have a diode checker, and also continuity checker. It gives you an audible tone whenever the circuit is complete, and a nifty little 1.5 volt battery tester. Okay, has a reset button and to where you can turn the tone on and off. This meter is also auto ranging, meaning on this particular meter, if I wanted to measure AC voltages, I have to know ahead of time basically what the voltage would be that I would be reading. If you do not know the correct voltage or what voltage you're going to be determining, always start at the higher setting and then move down. So on this particular meter, if I was measuring house current, I would select the 250 reading, and I would be looking for a half scale or lower 120 volt reading. If I was measuring DC voltages and I was looking at typical tractor voltages of 12 volts, I would have to select the 50 volt reading, and then up on the scale you see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Well, I would be looking for a meter reading in this particular area here to show 12 volts. So those are the basic functions of the meter. The auto ranging meter, you don't have to worry so much about selecting the right scale, other than you need to make sure you select the correct voltage. In other words, DC, AC, and if you're going to measure resistance. Highly recommend, if you are not measuring voltage but you're going to look at resistance, continuity of wires, make sure there are no power sources, disconnect the batteries. So this is the basic understanding of all the different features that the multimeter does: resistance, voltage AC, voltage DC, current. The auto ranging multimeter does not have a current function. Okay, some of the higher ends do. This is just a basic, and this is just a multimeter overview. Thank you.